Welcome to Between the Written Words. I'm Annabella Wanyoni.
I'm Kurt Minoza.
I'm Miriam Miranda, and today we're talking about Betting on You by Lynn Painter. So this is a romance novel. So we've done fantasy slash romantasy, because I guess fourth thing is romantasy. And then we've done mystery slash murder mystery. Just straight murder mystery, which is The Black Queen. And then this week we're doing romance, which I'm so excited about. I love romance novels.
Romance is my favorite genre, and I love it so much.
So we're actually going to give a bunch of spoilers to Kurt on this episode because he's only halfway through the book, and every other time we've done an episode, he's been mostly all the way through it, but it's okay.
I think I got to where they kissed at the cabin or whatever the trip they went on with Scott.
Like they almost got caught kissing, or they're just kissing?
Yeah, which time? Because they kissed more than once on that trip.
I think they just kissed and they didn't get caught.
Oh,
I'm
so
confused.
he's not. It wasn't a real. It was a pretending making them mad.
They're still like
kiss.
pretending.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. It wasn't the real
Okay.
kiss, yes. Yeah. Okay, so this book is really interesting. It's about Bailey and Charlie. And the first time they meet, it's in an airport. And Bailey's parents had just gotten a divorce. And she's going on a plane to her mom's, I think. And she meets Charlie. And Charlie's parents are already divorced. And he's like, so you're new to the, divorcee parent plane rides. And she hated him for it. So that was a little interesting plot point area. It was weird. And then they got their nicknames too, Mr. Nobody and Glasses.
It's not nobody. It's nothing.
Nothing.
Oh.
Mr.
Mr.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Sorry, my bad. So they did that, and then the second time they meet is at a movie theater, and they both have significant others.
Charlie just promposed.
Oh yeah, he did propose. And then he saw Glasses, or Bailey, but they didn't know each other's name at the time, so they just called each other Mr. Nothing. Mr. Nothing.
But
Mr.
not to their
Nothing
faces.
Glasses.
Charlie called her glasses to her faces.
She never called him Mr. Nothing to her face, to his face.
Yeah, no, he didn't. He doesn't find out what she would call him until the end of the book.
Oh, the end of the book is so good. I wish we could just skip all the way to the end of the
It
book.
was quite literally the last chapter when he found out what his nickname was, which I think is hilarious.
Okay, so after that, they meet again because they end up living in the same town. Or not the same town, but the same area.
Yeah.
And they end up working together at
Planet Fun.
Planet Fun,
Mm.
which is like a hotel slash
Amusement park slash whatever it is.
Jumping.
It's weird. It's like a
It's
giant
strange.
company.
And they all end up in the same group. And so it's her best friend Nakessa, this guy named Theo.
which is Nikessa's old childhood best friend.
Theo?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know. See, I don't remember that. Or I just didn't pay attention.
I don't think
My
I
bad,
picked
guys.
up on that.
Yeah, I don't think I picked up on
They
that
knew
either.
each other when they were little, and then he went to Catholic school
Oh, he's a
and became preppy.
Now that I remember.
he's a butthead, guys. We don't like him. Okay, and they and Charlie all end up working together at the front desk where they check people in and out. And she is just so annoyed that they're in the same group, but at the same time it's you can't do much about it. And so the thing that happens is Nakessa and Theo are flirting, but Nakessa has a boyfriend, right? And so Charlie is I'll make a bet with you, Bailey. When they're sitting down eating lunch one time, she's
It's
like,
on
I'm
the
not.
first day.
Is it on the first day? And she's like, I'm not making a bet with you on my best friend. And he's like, okay. And he keeps pushing for it. And she's like, fine, just to prove that you're wrong and she isn't going to do anything because she's in love with her boyfriend, I'll make this bet with you. And so they made the bet. And she thought nothing was going to come of it. And then later on we learned that something does come of it. And it's so bad. Yeah, and it's really interesting. But we ended up learning about Scott. Oh, Scott, guys. So we end up we like Scott.
We
in the
like
end.
Scott at the end,
At
but at
the
this
end,
point in the
at
book,
this
we don't
point,
like.
it's
Where
just
Kurt's
a
at,
big
we
no-no.
don't like Scott.
No. So actually, before we were filming, Kurt was like, I do not like Scott. I was like, by the end, we like Scott. We like Scott at the end. He is. He really is. He truly is.
He's just a mother's
boyfriend. And so Bailey feels not great about it. But after her first day of work, she goes home and Scott's there on the couch with his socks on, and whatever in his pajamas, and she's like, "Where's my mom?" And he's like, "Oh, she's like asleep or something or whatever." And it's just
Hold on. I would like to. He lectured her, and this is why I didn't like him, because you barely know him, you barely know this girl, yet you're giving her a lecture on the fact that she came home late.
He can't act
I'm
like a
pretty
father
sure.
figure.
Yeah,
he
I'm
has
like-
no right
I'm
at this point.
pretty sure my mother and me have came to an agreement, and if I'm a little late on my curfew, my mom will say something to me. There's no need for you to say something to me. I barely know you.
Yeah, like that
I
was
met you like a week ago.
like,
Go
let's-
away, my
yeah.
guy.
I think it's a really interesting how she just he's not it in the beginning. We get there though. We get there. He has character growth. Well, Bailey also has character growth, but we don't need to talk. But yeah, and so they have that conversation, and she ends up going upstairs, and she's just like, whatever. And we kept going on, and somehow, how does Charlie find out about? Oh, doesn't he bring up the fact that her parents are divorced or something?
She like when they're at the movie theater, she's like, He's like, how many more plane rides have you taken? And then she gives a number, and then they like share like a tiny little 3-second moment at the movie theater, like when they met for the second time.
Okay.
Before work.
Yeah.
And then whenever they're talking at work, they're talking about all this stuff about how it is to have your parents divorced, how there's really nobody who knows about it. And then they talk about that, and then they go, I think it's like at some point in their first week, they go on that little lunch pizza date, for lack of better terms.
Oh, I think it's the coming up with like a plan to annoy Scott.
It's when
When
they're
they like
yeah.
she doesn't want to go home alone.
Yeah.
She takes Charlie with her.
And then they meet Charlie, and then doesn't Scott try to lecture her again about Charlie or something?
He just doesn't like Charlie at all, because that was their intention.
Yeah.
And Charlie was being a butt on purpose.
Good. We like Charlie.
Overwhelmingly nice to her mother, and then just a butt
to Scott.
Like discreetly a butt to Scott.
Yeah.
Which I love him for. But it's okay.
Okay, so we keep going, and they like become better friends. And then, but mind you, at this point, she's broken up with her boyfriend from when they met at the movie theater. His name's Zach. And she's still not over Zach. And
Charlie also broke up with Becca, which was the girl he proposed to.
yes. And he's over Becca, but also not over Becca. So it's kind of awkward because they're still in the same friend group too. But they end up
constantly texting him.
Yeah, like, oh hey, how are you? Like, no.
We're friends.
No. Let's not do this. But we end up becoming friends with Charlie slowly. And then
he still thinks of her as a coworker though.
yes,
Coworker,
so he doesn't believe that a guy and a girl can just be friends, which is one of the reasons that he made the bet on Nikessa and Theo, because he doesn't think they can just be friends. So he right now calls them coworkers, and she's like, and every time she calls him a friend, he's like, no, or coworkers.
Coworkers.
It's so funny. It's like, why are we doing this?
It's like, yes, because I would hang out with my coworkers constantly, almost every day outside of school, and help me with my home life, like that. Yeah, totally
that's
something a coworker would do.
What I do with my coworkers. No, but we keep going, and we end up. Oh, okay. The vacation. They go on vacation. So she's supposed to go on this vacation, like in the mountains or something, with her mom and Scott, but she does not want to go alone. And so originally she asked Nikessa to go, and her mom can tell she doesn't want to go, and so she's like, okay, invite Nikessa. And so she invites Nikessa, and originally Nikessa is able to go, and then Nikessa ended up staying out too late with her boyfriend and didn't make it home.
Not too late. She didn't come home until the next day.
Oh, didn't she fall asleep?
Accidentally
Yes,
fall
she did.
asleep at your boyfriend's house, and he doesn't wake you up
What
to
did
take
he
you
fall
home.
asleep to?
or his parents don't wake them up.
True. That is true. How did his parents not notice? I don't know. That's the part I don't understand. How did his parents not realize that you guys both fell asleep and that you needed to go home or you were going to miss curfew? That's ridiculous. But she missed curfew and didn't come home till the next day, and so she got grounded and couldn't go on this vacation anymore. And so Bailey's trying to figure out what to do because she's like, I don't want to be on this vacation alone with Scott and my mother. Like, her mother, yes, obviously, but like not Scott.
She needs a distraction
from
what's happening.
And so Nikessa suggests, hey, why don't you bring Charlie? And she's like, why would I bring Charlie? She's like, because he's a good distraction. And Scott doesn't like him. So we asked Charlie. But, Nikessa asked Charlie.
They had because Bailey was like, she was like, I don't want to.
She gets added
I don't know how to ask that.
Yeah.
And Nikessa, Theo, and Charlie, they were already in a group chat.
And they had already came up with a plan of them fake dating.
Yeah. It
to
was like
make them mad.
Full thing. It was a full
she
thing.
Just joins the thing.
And Bailey's like, wait, whoa, guys, what are we doing?
And he was just like, oh, hey, Bailey's here now.
Yeah. And so they come up with this whole fake dating plan. And originally, Bailey is very not for it. She's just like, no, like, we're not doing this. And then Charlie, like, slowly convinces her that it's the best way to go. And so they end up going. And they go a day later than her parents did, I think. Or, like, the afternoon after her parents. Not her parents. Her mother and Scott. Scott is not her father yet. And technically we'll never... Well, no, like, he's kind of a father figure by the end. Because her dad is also kind of a butthead.
Yeah,
and
that's what I was saying. I'm not getting into her relationship with her dad.
Her dad is, like, not it, and he's not around, and he hasn't spoken to her in months at this point. And so she's just, like, and she's always the first person to start a conversation, so she's just not trying anymore. So we end up with them going towards the vacation house, and they play this game on their way there. It's really cute. They play this game where every time they stop, they run inside as quick as possible to go to the bathroom and then run outside as quick as possible, and whoever gets there first wins and gets control over the radio or something.
They get to drive and they get the radio. Because whoever's driving gets the radio.
Doesn't the loser have to pay for gas and get the snacks? Or
something like that.
It was something along those lines, but they also got to drive and control the radio.
Yeah, and so they did that every time, and it's really cute.
Bailey lost every time.
There's no way
there was one time.
Yes,
where
it was
he
the
drops
final
his
time.
keys in the urinal, and he's like a big germaphobe.
And Buddy's a
germaphobe.
Germaphobe. So he calls Bailey and explains, but like it's kind of, I don't know how to put it.
He doesn't know what to do. He's just kind of frozen and like.
And he's like slightly embarrassed about it.
Yeah.
So then.
And she's like, no, I got it. Makes him leave. Grabs the keys, washes the keys, and goes back outside. And he's just like embarrassed and doesn't know what to do. And she just moves on from it. Like, does she even question it?
No, because she has things that she wouldn't want to talk about, and she knows this is something he wouldn't want to talk about.
Yeah.
So
we move on, and it's really cute. It's a really sweet scene. It's adorable. We love it. And so they finally get to the vacation house, and they walk in like holding hands or something.
No, they get to the vacation house because they didn't tell Scott or Bailey's mom that Charlie was coming instead of Nikessa. So they get there. She goes in first. She tells her mom. Charlie's in the car. Her mom loses it, tells them to just go. And she'll talk to Scott. She'll tell Scott he's here because they can't exactly send him home now.
Yeah.
And her mom's like...
Wasn't that part of the plan, though?
Yeah. And, like, she's trying to tell her mom, well, Nikessa, like, at the last minute was like, I can't go, so Charlie was there, and so I decided to take him. And she's like, no, you have a phone that I pay for that you could have called and told me. You also have a car. You could have got here by yourself, or we could have made a plan, and you could have talked to me. But no, you bring your friend that you know Scott hates to Scott's trip, and her mom was just
really
mad.
Which like it's justified in some cases, but it's also like at the same time. No, it's justified. Like, it's honestly justified. I was going to try and justify it for Bailey, but I can't. It's honestly justified that she said all that. Because, like, Bailey could have texted, and Bailey could have done this, and Bailey could have...
And that's what she was doing. She was doing it because once I'm there, she can't send him home.
Yeah.
But, you know, Scott has to deal with it, and they end up there. There's strong rules that they have.
Yeah, one of them
And then
sleeps upstairs, one of them sleeps downstairs. And
But that had to change.
Yeah.
That had to change.
That changed. So first night one, Goose breaks in her window and the glass just shatters. And she screams and they're all freaking out. And so she ends up having to be downstairs with Charlie. And Charlie's like, no, you can. And Charlie's like, you can take the floor. But she knows that he's a germaphobe. And so she finds, she suspects.
She's like, he's like, take the bed. I'm not going to let you sleep on the floor.
Yeah.
Like, no.
But he's looking at the floor.
Bed.
Like,
he's like hesitant. And she's like, what if we make you a makeshift bed out of couch cushions? That way you're not on the gross floor. I wouldn't want to sleep on a gross floor.
Yeah.
Because every time she tries to help him, she knows he doesn't want to talk about it. So she
tries to relate without relating.
She basically brushes it off and acts like,
it's not
obviously
a big
you
deal.
want to sleep on a floor. Who would want to sleep on a dirty floor? Like, that's nasty.
Yeah.
And so let's make you a bed out of couch cushions, and that's what they do.
And it's really sweet, and it's adorable.
Really
and then the next morning, they're making breakfast.
Charlie
makes breakfast, and she goes in there with his mom, or her mom, sorry. And doesn't her mom leave the room, and then she walks in, and then he kisses her or something?
She walks in, sees this, and they're like really bonding.
They're like bonding, and it's really cute.
So she goes in there, and she's like, "What is going? I didn't even know you could cook. Like, what is going on?"
Yeah.
And then, so she goes to get in the shower, comes back, and then he waited for her to eat. He waited for her to eat, and so they're going in there to like warm up their eggs and stuff and eat. And then they're in this, like, corridor where they know that the mom and Scott can see them.
Oh, it's so cute, guys. I can't.
And so they kiss so they can see them because that's the whole point of their plan is to make them mad, is to make Scott mad and uncomfortable. So they start making out, like, full on
in the
making
kitchen,
out.
and it's just like, oh, dear Lord.
And then when they stop, Scott's like, I thought you guys were getting breakfast or something like that. And, like, from the other room. And they're like, we are.
And just go back to
because
eating.
The point where they were, it looks like they don't know that they can see them, but they know they can see them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it was just lovely. It was amazing. And I loved it. And I love this whole plan.
Yeah. And it keeps going. And so we're, like, a couple nights in. And they go on, like, a dinner date with everyone, and they dress up really cute, and she walks down the stairs, and he like kisses her and tells her she looks really pretty, and Scott's like, oh my gosh, like he's still
like, can we cool it with PDA is basically what he says.
Yeah, it's so funny, and he's just like, guys, no more PDA, like let's just stop, right? And so they go on this like cute little dinner date, and
it's like all four of them going to dinner, and she's like really uncomfortable because she's conflicted. She's like, she's conflicted because she loves that her mom's happy.
Yeah.
She just doesn't want their entire life upended. And to change.
She doesn't want to move into Scott's house. She doesn't want to have a stepsister. She doesn't want because Scott has a kid, BT Dubs, and at the time we think it's the person who bullies her
really bad. But it turns out that's his niece.
Yeah, we find out that that's his niece and not his daughter. We
never even meet the daughter.
Yeah, we just know he has a daughter. Okay, so we're back. We took a tiny little break because life happens sometimes. But we're here now, and Kurt has finished the book. And absolutely wild. I'm so excited because, I mean, crazy things happen, guys. Crazy things happen. Life is unreal.
Okay, so Scott tells them to cool it with the PDA. They don't cool it with the PDA.
Keep going.
So basically, they end up if we fast forward to like the end of this trip, Bailey has decided that anything that happens at the
Like, it just happens.
whatever, it just happened. So
It's not real.
everything is not real because they're fake dating, so obviously nothing's real. And so they're going on this trail, and he ends up giving her like a piggyback ride because she's tired, and they're going down this trail.
It's so cute. It's so cute. Okay.
They're going down this trail, and he ends up giving her a piggyback ride, and then they hear meowing, and there's this cute little gray kitten all the way up in the tree, and it's amazing. I don't know if it was gray.
It is gray.
It is gray,
I'm
okay.
pretty sure it's gray. And he climbs up the tree, and it is so cute. And he gets the kitten, and it's just adorable. And like, if you fast forward a little bit, Bailey keeps the kitten for a while Charlie's making sure he can like take it home. And he literally would FaceTime Bailey just to talk to his kitten. Like, literally just to talk to his cat. That's the only reason he would even call her sometimes. But, yeah, so that's fun. But then, going backwards again, after they found the cat that same night, they, the first time, kissed/made out without any, like, acting in front of like Scott and his mother. They were asleep downstairs because of course the goose broke into her window, so she had to go sleep downstairs on the futon, and he's sleeping on the floor. And something happens, and he ends up.
It was okay. So Bailey was like, she starts crying. I don't remember what triggered her to start crying, but I know the main thing was about her dad.
Mm.
And then he was like, how
Is this
long
already
has
where
it?
she slept over? Or no?
No,
No,
not yet.
no,
We're
not
we're
yet,
gonna
not
get
yet.
there. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
So this is still on the camping trip. So yeah, because
We went backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Kurt's like, wait.
okay, so she's crying, and the main thing that she's talking about is her dad.
Yeah.
And so basically, Charlie's like, how long has it been since you talked to your dad? And she's like, 4 months. She hasn't texted, called, or communicated with her dad in the past 4 months, and she's obviously upset about this. And it's all because I think it was Nakessa or someone was like, you always reach out first or something like that, and she was trying to prove a point, and it backfired on her.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's that. And then he cuddles her and is like, you've never lived unless you've been like cuddled to like be cheered up by Charlie Sampson or something.
I don't know.
along
He
those
says something
lines.
funny, and then they end up kissing for a hot second, and then they almost get caught
By Scott.
by Scott. Thank the Lord. Thank the
oh.
Lord Charlie heard him coming down the stairs, because if he hadn't, they would have been in so much trouble. And so Charlie gets up and runs and gets in his bed really quickly. And so, like, they don't get caught or anything. And then they kind of ignore that it happens.
Don't talk about
They
it.
don't talk about it. And then they leave the next day. And, like, things are kind of awkward a little bit, but not really. Like, she has a cat, and he's fine with it, and they still hang out, and things at work are fine. And then something happens before the sleepover at his house, but I don't remember what. She goes somewhere.
Oh, her and her mom go on. Her and her mom goes to get pizza.
Yes.
And
Scott
she
shows
finally,
up.
yes, but before he shows up, they're finally having a heart-to-heart, and she's finally telling her about all the stuff with her dad.
Yeah.
And then in walks Scott.
And then
And
in
then-
walks Scott, and he ruins it, and it's just like,
He ruined it in the worst way.
Why do I feel like that was not a
Because-
coincidence that he shows up?
oh,
I feel like
it's
it
for
was,
sure not. It was
It was
planned.
not.
It was planned.
Because
Yeah.
he proposed.
He proposed right then and there in front of Bailey, and Bailey's just like, I wanted one night with my mother.
Yeah.
Like, in her head, like, she doesn't say this out loud. Like, she's like, oh, I'm so happy for you, da da da. And
She's like, but I just realized I have to be somewhere.
Where
And she
runs,
runs.
Yep.
and she like calls Charlie, and she gets to a pharmacy, and she's sobbing. She's like, Charlie, like, da 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 da. And Charlie's supposed to be having a party at his house this night, mind you. Like, people are supposed to come over, hang out, drink, like, it's a whole vibe. And she calls him, and he's like, crap. And he looks at his friends, and he's like, so sorry guys, but we're gonna have to.
Without hesitation.
Without
It was
hesitation,
so-
there's no like, oh, what should I do? Like, it's like, no, like I have to go be with Bailey. Like I have to
Right.
make sure Bailey's okay. And it is the cutest moment of like it's probably one of the cutest moments of the whole book. It probably is the cutest moment of the whole book. It's just so like except for the last scene, but we'll get there. We'll get there. But because that scene's really cute. I can't with that scene. But it is so adorable. And so he's like, sorry guys, like we're gonna have to reschedule for tomorrow night. Like I gotta go help out a friend. Like I'll see you later. And so he goes and picks up this sobbing Bailey from the pharmacy, and he brings her back to his house. And she's like, my mom and da 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 da. And he's like, I already
so sweet to
called.
think about that.
I know he
was so
already
sweet.
called the mom. Was like, hey, like I have Bailey. Like I'm just gonna keep her here for a while. Da 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 da. So it's like so sweet. It's so sweet, and I love it so
I
much.
just can't get over the fact that her mom was okay with
I
that.
know,
I
but
know.
it's okay.
Because our moms would never, like, we're the same age as these people in this book. Our moms would never, no.
I'm sure we're older.
Yeah. Like,
Anyways.
Our mothers would never, which is a good thing. Like, don't do that in high school, guys. But no, it's just like it was so cute. And then they're at his house and they end up eating a bunch of junk food and like building a fort. And so they're eating this junk food and they're watching movies. And at some point,
They fall asleep.
and then she wakes up and then she's
he's
looking.
gone.
And
No.
stuff
Wait,
happens.
wait,
Stuff
yeah.
does happen. Stuff happens.
Stuff does happen.
Whoa, she skipped way too far ahead here, guys. They fall asleep, and then Bailey wakes up, or Charlie wakes up, and one of them is like looking at each other. I don't remember which
No,
way
Bailey
it was.
wakes up from a text from her dad or something like that, which gets
It's
her
like-
crying.
Because her mom talked to her dad, which
Yeah.
I don't understand why it took her mom saying something for her dad to realize, oh, I haven't talked to my kid in 4 months.
Right.
What are we doing?
And then he was like, hey, I talked to your mom. You know you can always call me, right?
Like, no! Like, call first. Like, what are we doing?
And so she
She's
starts
your
sobbing
daughter.
again.
She's crying, and Charlie
And
wakes up,
Charlie
and
wakes
she's like, I'm so sorry. Da, 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 da. I didn't mean to wake you up. And she's sobbing again. Like, I feel like Bailey cries too much. Like, we put Bailey through too much, guys. Okay? Like, she just needs a moment to breathe. She just, like, I feel bad. And so,
Like, if
that, okay, why does kissing always end up or why does crying lead to kissing in this book? Because she's crying again, and then he jokes a lot, and then they end up kissing for a hot second, and then he's like, wait, like, we can't, like, do this, because it almost goes too far for a second. He's like, wait, we can't do this, like, you're in a bad emotional state, which is, like, so sweet, like, so sweet and so caring, and she's like, wait, like, no, like, da-da-da-da, and he's like, no, like, seriously, we can't do this, and so he cuddles her again, and they fall back asleep, and when she wakes up in the morning,
now he's gone.
he's gone, and
Mind you,
we're
she's
just
in
like,
his apartment.
Right.
yeah.
And he's just gone.
He's just gone. She wakes up in the morning and she finds a little note or something. He's like, hey, I ran out. I had something planned. Sorry.
You can see yourself out.
You
or
can see
something.
yourself out.
In nicer words.
In
That
nicer
was kinda
words.
rude.
In nicer words. And she's like, oh, okay. And so she, like, leaves, obviously. And she tries to, like, get a hold of him the next couple of days, and there's nothing. Like, he's not texting her. He's not calling her back. So it's sad, and it's kind of like, what are we doing, Charlie? How about we get our lives together? And she ends up going on a date with Zach, I think, right?
He's on a date with
I
Zach.
thought they just go to like like a birthday party for
Oh, yeah.
Eli or well, not four, but like one of them.
Yeah,
Eli
they go to a
and-
birthday party
Oh,
for
no, it's
someone.
both of them. Remember the couple they went on a double date with? We didn't even talk about that.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. So we're gonna backtrack a little for before this like moment in their fort in his apartment. We're gonna backtrack. So sorry, guys. This is like a really important moment. It's so sweet. They set up double dates with these other people. It's Eli and this other girl, and I don't remember her name, but Charlie set her up.
or
Dana,
something.
yeah, something like that. And she set Charlie up with Dana, and then Charlie set Bailey up with Eli, and they go on this double date, and they're like trying to like be with their date, and it just doesn't work that way. Like they're like always talking to each other, and then Eli and Dana end up talking to each other,
Now
and
they're-
literally at the end of the night, at the end of the date, Eli and Dana leave with each other, and Charlie and Bailey were like, "We just got dumped."
Yeah.
what
How
just
did both
happened?
get ditched by our dates
Yeah,
it
for
was-
the other person's date?
It
Anyways,
was crazy.
fast forward to where we are now after the apartment.
birthday party.
They're going to a birthday party because, of course, Eli and Dana share the same birthday party.
I mean, what is the coincidence? And so they're at this birthday party, and Charlie's like, is he sitting next to her?
Charlie's already there.
Okay, yeah. And
So she doesn't want to sit next to him.
But that's the
and
only seat left.
yeah, something like that.
Nikessa is going to, because obviously Dana and Nikessa are also friends. So they have her sitting there. I think I don't remember how the seating arrangement was, but I know she didn't want to sit next to Charlie.
But she ended up sitting next to him.
She ended up sitting
Yeah.
I'm
next
pretty
to him.
sure. And so they're trying to like ignore each other all night, and then things blow up. I mean, blow.
Can we talk
They
about the
didn't
like really
ignore each
cute?
other. Charlie kept talking to her.
She was
and she was like,
cordial. She
was
just
like,
didn't want to
no.
talk to him.
She was like, I'm not having this
and then at
conversation.
one point she like runs out just
Because
like,
it's
enough.
It's because he got on the thing and he went
He
to go
started
do
singing.
karaoke.
He wanted to sing with her. He wanted to sing with her.
Is that what it was? That was
wanted
what it
to sing-
was.
oh my
And it
God.
was just like,
really cute.
it was a sweet little
but
moment.
You can't just be like, I'm not gonna talk to her until I have a plan to do things. Which again,
I
I understand where
understand.
he's coming from, but,
But
you can't just
also,
ignore the
you
girl.
can't ignore her. And that is what he's done. And so he tries to sing the song with her. And
She runs out.
and he's like, crap. And so he runs out after her. And Nikessa runs out
And
here.
everything.
And then everything goes to crap. Okay, so Theo comes out, and we found out before they go on the trip with Scott and Gailey's mom that Theo made Charlie make a bet that Charlie would like get Bailey, like date
heavy
her.
on the term get.
Gets like heavy on that term, okay? And they made a bet, and Charlie just made the bet to shut Theo up because he was being a butthead, and we were like,
'Cause Theo's a butthead.
he is. And we were like, oh, okay. And so we get there, and it's like, what are we doing? What's happening? And Theo comes out, and Bailey and Charlie are like talking to each other about whatever.
Yeah.
And then someone brings up the bet about Nikessa too at some point. And
That
Theo-
comes out first.
Yeah.
And then Bailey and Nikessa are arguing. She's like, I was betting on you. I wasn't.
Well, she's trying to justify it, but like she also
It's
was
like-
trying to shut Charlie
she was
up.
like, I was betting on you. I was betting on you. I wasn't betting against you. She
you.
was like, but you saw all this stuff and you didn't say anything.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me that I'm getting a little too close to this guy and I have a boyfriend. Which
She
should
should
have
have known
known.
herself, but and so that blows up, and then Theo's like, yeah, but what about the bet Charlie made on Bailey? And Bailey flips. She's like, what? What are you talking about? Like, she's livid.
because at this point, so Charlie, you just like making bets.
Like, Charlie, what are we doing? But also, like, I understand the whole Theo thing because Theo really is so annoying. And if he was freaking doing that to me, I would get him to shut up by just agreeing. But I would also tell the person in which we're betting on, and so that they know that the only reason I did it is for, like,
Yeah, like tell them in that moment.
yeah,
Please, not after you
Not
become
best friends.
best friends,
And
coworkers.
coworkers. What, no. And so that happens, and it blows up. And so they don't talk, and she doesn't talk to him, and he tries to talk to her, and work is really awkward, and Nikessa's really mad at her.
To the point where she switches her job,
Yeah.
and then she ends up switching her job back.
But Nikessa and her make up, and it's great, and it's fine, and
that's
it's a
when
cute,
she switches her
it's a
job
cute
back.
moment.
Yeah.
It's a cute moment. But we get to like, it's a
The
dance.
It's a
Formal.
it's their
Yeah,
formal.
the
It's their
formal.
fall formal.
Bailey is originally going with Nikessa, but since she made up with
Her boyfriend.
yeah,
Because Nikessa kissed Theo at some point. I forgot where and all this happened. And so the boyfriend, like, Nikessa told the boyfriend, which
they
is
broke
good.
up.
They broke up, but now they're back together at the dance. And so now,
So Bailey's like third wheeling,
yeah.
and what is it?
It's
She-
really
she,
awkward.
like,
She decides to leave,
Right.
and then when she's leaving, she hears somebody fighting with the security guards, and it happens to be
It's
Charlie.
Charlie.
And she's like, what are you doing here? And he's like, and they're having a conversation, and then
Something's moving
in his
jacket.
jacket. And this is the cutest part. This is the cutest part. Something's moving in his jacket, and it like climbs out onto his shoulder, and it's the cat.
Oh my
And
God,
he's
wait,
like,
what was his name?
it was just,
remember.
I don't remember the cat's name. Was there?
It
a
was
name?
cute. It was. Yes, it was.
cute.
It was cute. It was a cute name. If you read the book, which you should read this book. It is so good. It's so good. And there's so many things that we're like leaving out because we just don't
Yeah.
like. We gotta.
Also, Bailey. I'd like to mention Bailey has moved in with. Bailey and her mom
Scott.
have moved in with Scott. We
Yeah.
still haven't
Yes.
met the
Which
daughter.
it's not
but
bad. It's not bad.
it's
not
not a
bad.
bad situation. We
Scott-
like Scott now. Scott
yeah.
makes up for it. It's a whole thing. But okay. And this moment happens, and he's like, I thought that giving you the cat was a good idea. And then I was walking out of the car, and I was like, maybe it's not. But then it was too late to put the cat back in the car. And so I have the cat, and
She's like, you were gonna give me your cat.
And like, mind you, like this cat is like his everything.
Like we said, he was FaceTiming her specifically to talk to
the cat. And they make up, and they have this really cute, heartfelt scene, and they kiss, and they date, and it's adorable, and we love them.
And then we have a like year and a half or something like that time jump, and it's at Scott and Bailey's mom's wedding.
And it's
They're
really
getting
cute.
married. She's like still kind of freaking out because her whole life is changing, and she's like, yeah. But Charlie's there, and
it's so cute.
they're so cute. And then she's talking to her dad more.
Yeah.
And like he's coming back in her life.
All good things.
And
Happy
then
endings.
at the end of this, they finally tell each other what they called each other.
Like, their nicknames!
When
their
they're
nicknames.
dancing, and they reveal their nicknames, and I
Glasses
think that's adorable.
and Mr. Nothing. It was so cute. Okay. But yeah,
Yes.
so it's kind of the book.
Yeah.
But
It was very much. If you ask Kurt, this is
I'm
The
looking
last
at
two
Kurt.
chapters were very much rage bait.
yeah, he literally texted our group chat. Like, we have a little group chat to plan this all out. And he texted us, and he was like, guys, what are we doing? What is this? This is a rage bait.
Martin wants to read that.
Like, it was just like, it was kind of late at night, too. And it was too funny. And we were like, Kurt, what's happening? He's literally pulling up our group chat right now. What did he say?
I literally said it was rage bait. Like, I almost thought they were not gonna
Whole
make
paragraph,
it up at
guys.
all.
It's at least 5-6 sentences,
And
okay?
like, I low-key was mad at Bailey for being so mad at Charlie for not like understanding, but at the same time, I'm mad at Charlie too for like just ghosting her.
yeah.
So,
What are we doing?
like,
And he's just
whoa.
like, what are we
And
doing?
then Charlie's confession was like so cute. It was.
It was amazing.
My God.
It was adorable. But anyways, yes, that was that. So if we move into characters now.
Well, let's just like get out of the way. My
Yeah.
least favorite. Theo can go somewhere
Theo
else.
can
Theo is a
go
little
and
rich boy
burn
who has no
somewhere.
idea that he hurts people's feelings, and he
My-
can go away.
On our like little outline thing we have, we can't exactly read my description.
She said, arrogant, privileged, annoying, misogynistic little butthead.
With a little more colorful.
And then it was just it was a fun, and so no, but we love Charlie and Bailey. I think they're adorable. Honestly, if I had to say it, like Charlie's my favorite character.
Charlie is definitely
Charlie's my favorite character. I love Bailey. I love Bailey deep down in my soul, but like Charlie is just like I want to wrap him in a warm hug.
Goofball, and I love him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're all amazing characters, and we like Scott in the end, guys. We do.
Yes.
He like
At
has
first,
a
I didn't like
yeah.
him.
Oh, well, none of
None of us
liked
liked him
at
at first.
But at the end, he like makes up with Bailey, and it works out, and she ends up liking him, and it's okay. And like she still has to get used to the fact that like she has a stepdad.
And
But like
it's
he doesn't he tries to be a father figure, but he also understands that she has a father, which is really nice.
But he
yeah,
tries.
He tries.
He tries.
And it's sweet, and she's still trying to get used to it, and it's all good things. And we love and dislike the mom at the same time
Yes.
throughout the whole book, which is fine.
She's complicated. Mainly love her. Kind of don't like her, but it's okay.
It's okay.
She's just in the middle out
Yeah.
of everybody.
And then
Out of everyone, she's just this weird little middle ground.
Nikessa was also a weird little middle ground.
Yeah, there were moments when I loved Nikessa,
And
and
there
there
were
were
moments
moments
where
where
I
I was like,
hated
"What
her.
are we doing?"
Because what do you mean you ditched your best friend for this guy you don't even know how much she knows, because she barely knows him,
Yeah.
to go with your old childhood best friend? But anyways,
Yeah.
that's the characters in this book, really. And then overall, this book, I love it.
Yeah,
I would
it's so
recommend it to
good.
anyone.
I love the book, but I honestly need to see it become a movie.
Yes.
If this
That
book
would
was
be
a movie.
Yes, please. That'd be so amazing.
But the
I would
thing
love
is,
that.
the thing about books that I love is that you can have people's inner monologues, and doing that in movies is kind of hard.
It's
Yeah.
hard, but I feel like there are ways to get it done.
Yeah.
And especially if you've read the book, then you know the inner monologue that's happening, and you can just watch and just admire and
just
just be
like-
so happy.
this is why you
Um,
always have to read the book before you watch the
But
movie.
no, I just need to see it happen.
Yeah. But
This
no, Kurt
book-
was texting us.
This book is a
He
movie.
was texting us after he finished, and he was like, "I need another one. I need a book exactly like this right now, right now, right now, right now." And I was
So-
like, "Oh, look at us. We've accomplished our goal of getting people to read."
Yes.
But yeah, we all love this book.
So this is our last,
Episode for
Episode
now.
for
We're
now.
gonna figure out how to come back.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
but this is our last one, and we hope you enjoyed it.
This was Betting on You by Lynn Painter, and like talked about by Between the Written Words. I'm Miriam Miranda.
I'm Kurt Minoza.
And I'm Annabella Wagnoni.
We'll see you
And
later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.